Alright guys, so another video for you, bit of an afternoon hunt. Myself and Sergio, no Dale today, he's got other stuff on, more important. You can see I've got a nice 37 here. We're in a park in I suppose, inner Sydney. I've got Sergio with me. I've just dug this this cracking padlock here, right next to a railway line, so there might be some noise from time to time. I'm going to get out the toothbrush and give that a bit of a clean up and see if I can make out some of that detail on there. Alright, so I finished the clean up, and as best as I can make out there, it says Chubb's Painting, Southampton or Northampton, London. And it's got the numbers 254547. That is a absolute cracking bit of kit. Seems to be fixed with the royal seal of some description, and I can see the words Her Majesty just above where the the key goes into the lock. I'll do a bit of research on that and see how I turn out, but that's quite a spectacular little bit of kit, that. Alright, let's keep going, eh? Okay, so it's got a nice 36. I've dug the target up and then put the plug back, mainly because I forgot the camera. But I've just popped out a what appears to be a lady's necklace style watch. You can see the back of it there. There's a little hole up the top there. It's gold plate. It's coming off of my fingers, and it's pretty well had the proverbial, but that's a nice find nonetheless. Okay, so by now you've been watching the videos long enough to know that 37 on a safari is a good number. Down here in the hole, I haven't actually gone in and got it yet. You see the coin just sitting there. I'm pretty sure it's a halfpenny. I'm just going to reach in there now, tickle it free. Yep, it's a halfpenny. You've got King George the 6th on one side, which makes it a roux. And there it is there. And I think it says 1942. A little bit of a clean. Yeah, 1942 roux. It's been a bit quiet on the front for predecimals. Got a few bits and pieces, but that's the first predecimal so far. We'll see how we go for the rest of the day, eh? Alright, Sergio's just called me over. Got himself a predecimal. You can see it there in the spoil pile. Now he's chasing something else. Hot rock. Okay.
51.
51 Skippy. Just copped a whack from a lawnmower as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Nice, it's one apiece. Been a bit of a dry run. Okay, so I've got a really scratchy, bouncing between 34, 38 kind of signal. And just down in the hole. It's starting to get a bit dark, so you may not be able to see that, but there's a penny sitting in there, and it was sitting sideways, so that'll explain why it was really kind of bouncy and scratchy. It seems quite thin. I'm going to turn you off for a second, and then come back, and after I've given it a bit of a clean, I might just check that while I'm here. No, that's it. Just the one. So I'll give that a bit of a clean, and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back after a good scrub with the toothbrush. I don't know if you can see that, but that says 77 there. So that'd be 1877. And that's Britannia, as you can see. I'll try and tilt it in the light and just see if you can pick up the sevens, the two sevens there. And then you can see the outline of Queen Victoria on the back there. So that's not a bad penny, that. It's in pretty poor nick, and as you can see, it's going to take a bit of effort to bring that up, but I'll have a crack at home and see how we go. But 1877, it's pretty cool. Oldest one I've found in quite a while, actually. All right, I haven't got long left here. It's starting to get dark, but see if we can pick up a couple more before we finish up, eh? Righto. So just look at that. It's come up beautiful. It's a 22 com penny. What's the other side like? It's in pretty good nick. Not too deep either. Yeah, look at the patina on that, or patina, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, nice.
It's come up beautiful. Just getting nice and close on that. Nice coin, mate.
Yeah, it's good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Alright, so it's nearly dark here. So we've got a 35 down the hole, and I've just popped it out. You can see it just here. Bring it into the light so you get half a chance looking at it. It's a Skippy 1940 something, because I can't see because it's almost dark, but I think that's not too bad. It was wrapping up on the way back to the car, so I'm happy with that. Okay, 39. It's getting particularly dark now. Just over here in the spoil, you can probably see it. I'll bring it up into the light. There we go. So I think we've got ourselves a what's left of a Skippy penny. It's been cleaned up by a mower. I think I've said it in a video before. There are questionable people out there that have you believe that that's a end of sheet or something like that. It's not. It's been hit by a mower and sliced probably about a third off, which is a bit disappointing for me, finding it a couple of years later. I can see a date there now. I think it's 1943 or thereabouts. But that's another penny to the well, what's left of another penny to the collection. Cheers, guys. All right, so just a quick wrap up of what was found. So these are just my finds. This is the next day. It was getting dark and we didn't really have the enough light to do a wrap up of all the finds, but you saw Sergio's stuff anyway. This is mine. I've given some stuff a bit of a clean. You saw the padlock quite early on. I'm going to come back to that because that's a pretty important thing, and I'll just detail some stuff. You saw the old crappy watch. As you know, got 2 half pennies, a British penny, and a 3/4 of an Australian Skippy. We'll come back to that in a minute as well. And we've got ourselves some spending money. What do we got there? $8 and 30 cents, and some 1 and 2 cent pieces. We'll come back over here first of all to the penny, and I've given it a bit of a clean, and you should now quite easily be able to read 1877. Now there's going to be people out there on various fora and everything else that right now are having a kitten because I've cleaned a coin. Do you honestly believe that this coin is worth anything other than its copper value once it's covered in green and looks like this? I may as well enjoy the bloody thing, and so I've cleaned it, and I will always do so. Unless of course it's a keto or something like that, then it gets the olive oil treatment. But there you go, so 1877. Coming over here to the padlock, some stuff's come to light after doing a little bit of cleaning on it. You can see there it says Chubb patent, and then it's whereabouts, I think it was London, and then it's got underneath it makers to Her Majesty. And you can clearly see there's a serial number to the left and the right of the escutcheon, which is where the key goes in. Chubb locks started in 1802 or thereabouts. What is interesting about this lock, now it would be easy to say, okay, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. That's actually incorrect, because after the Second World War, these numbers, the serial numbers on the lock, no longer were produced by Chubb. They no longer put serial numbers left and right of the escutcheon because they moved to a war footing during the war, and they found they didn't need that tooling. So it predates the Second World War. If it predates the Second World War, the only Queen, or Her Majesty, would be Queen Victoria. So this lock quite neatly fits into Queen Victoria's reign in the 1800s. And that being the case, I am just a little bit stoked. It's pretty cool. It's in good nick. It's cleaned up all right. And that wraps up the finds, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. There wasn't a lot to be found, but we had a good day anyway. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.